Alright, hello, this is Coltron with Zero Gaming. I'm going to be making a Let's Play, series of Let's Plays for a while, and I'm just going to give you a basic playthrough of Skyrim. Not sure what deal I'm going to do yet, but I'll decide that soon. Give you some commentary on the game, what I'm doing, what my character's doing, and talk about lore and history and all around fun things, past experiences with the game, and all that. So, yeah. And it's a modded version of Skyrim on Zero's computer, so it's fucking incredible. Basically, we're watching the beginning, the very first part of Skyrim, where it does the whole run through the 5-minute shebang, and then the dragon comes out and all that fun stuff. Alduin. I really like this beginning, actually. I like it a lot better than, I want to say, Oblivion's beginning. It was kind of lame. It opens up and you're in a dank cell and the Emperor comes in and you're running away immediately. This one adds a little bit more action, I think. A lot of people criticized the opening, I think, because it had some glitches when it first came out. Like, I remember there were times when the tower wall didn't break open all the way and things like that. But aside from stuff like that, I really liked it. And the game, again, looks gorgeous.
Walked right into that Imperial ambush, same as us. And that thief over there.
Damn you Stormcloaks. Skyrim was fine until you came along. Empire was nice and lazy.
Some key characters. I like how there's a lot of key characters already. It basically shows you the important people throughout the game for a while, or at least a few key characters. There's Hodvar, Ralof, depending on which one you decide to choose, like which side you choose in the Civil War.
What's wrong with him?
Ulfric Stormcloak, obviously, leader of the Stormcloaks. And up at front, all the way up there, is General Tullius. So right away you're introduced to the main cast of the Civil War.
You're the leader of the rebellion. But if they captured you, oh God, where are they taking
And Nameless
us?
Guy #1, who is gonna die. Just kidding, he has a name. But he's still gonna die.
No, this can't be happening. This isn't happening.
Hey, what village are you from, horse thief?
Yeah, like I said, I like this beginning, this opening.
Nord's last thoughts.
There's a little bit more going on, I think. I remember Morrowind's opening wasn't super great. It wasn't awful, but it was like super brisk, and it's like, you're here, we release you onto the world, go have fun. Which was neat, but I mean, it didn't really tell you anything about what's going on in the world. Really, it told you a little bit. You learn later on throughout the quests, obviously, but it's nice having a little bit of backstory right in the first few minutes.
And it looks like the Thalmor are with him.
And the Thalmor,
Damn elves.
another key
I bet
character
they
in
had
this
something
game.
to do with this.
So, I haven't decided what kind of playthrough I want to do yet. I figured I'll play through the first part, think about it, and then decide. I usually go with, I usually go with like a battle mage type character, like a warrior where I can use magic and summon things to just wreak havoc upon everybody. I've been doing that since Morrowind, because Morrowind is awesome in that you could summon multiple summons at the same time as long as they weren't the same one twice, which was pretty badass when you're going up against like higher level enemies and areas, and then you summon like a winged Twilight to save the day.
Why do you think?
Along with like a skeletal minion army.
Let's go. Shouldn't keep the gods waiting for us.
But again, not sure what I want to do. I could do like a stealthy character. I do that a lot too. It's pretty fun.
You've got to tell them. We worked with you. This is a mistake.
You know, something I haven't done, which I think I might do. I don't often, or I don't think I really. I think I seldom have gone through and played as a rogue type character, stealth type character that uses magic too. I mainly just go all stealth with combat, and then either all combat with magic or magic with a little bit of combat. But I don't think I really go stealth and magic at the same time, which would be kind of neat. I mean, there's obviously in this game they kind of build it so that you could use certain magic as a stealth character to be cool, like the whole illusion. Magic tree. Oh, he's dead. Told you. Gonna die. Unimportant. But so yeah, so I might do that. That's a good idea. Play through the illusion skill tree. Really awesome because, like I said, it kind of can base around like stealth ideas. For example, I mean, I know I've never really played through and done it very often, but I know I've seen the actual perk itself where it's like it gives you silent casting, so when you're casting spells and you're sneaking, nobody will notice you and just start blasting you or whatever, and you gave away your position, which is useful also because you can deceive your enemies and stuff and get them to fight each other. I haven't really done that much, so that's what I'll do. I think, and give that a try. I think that would be pretty cool. What character to be? What race? A lizard. I have to be a lizard naturally because lizards. No, I'm just kidding. Argonians are cool. I'm not going to be one though, not for this. Ever since Morrowind, I played a lot of Dark Elves, so I think I'm going to skip that too, even though I like the race. High Elves are cool. I always liked High Elves. I don't really. A lot of people who are into lore of Elder Scrolls and stuff like that like hate the Thalmor and the Altmerry Dominion and Altmer in general, but I don't really have any bias against them. They do kind of what every race in the game does, which is think that they're superior to all the other races. So you can't really hate that too much. The Nords think they're better than everyone else too. Look what Ulfric does. He runs around. He literally has his city segregated. He has something called the Grey Quarter where all the Dark Elves live, and Khajiit and Argonians aren't allowed in the city. So it's kind of a double standard saying that Altmer are the racist ones and they're pompous and blah blah blah, when Ulfric kind of just does the same fucking thing in a different way. Not gonna be a Nord. Orc. Orcs are cool. I always like orcs. I never really played them too often. I like their bonuses, but I don't think I'm going to do that. I think I'll do a Wood Elf. I don't play Wood Elves really ever, I want to say. They're kind of cool. I like them. The stealth bonuses are neat. Not that I really care about that. In Skyrim, it's not necessarily like you have to start with a race, which I like that too. It's not like you don't have to start with a race to be good at something. There's no attribute system per se, so you don't have to jump in and, oh, well, I have to have 45 strength starting off, and, Wood Elves only start with a 35 strength because I'm trying to be a warrior, so I don't want to be a Wood Elf because that would be ridiculous. I have to be a Nord or an Orc. But the fact that they took that out is kind of neat because you can jump around, and if you wanted to be a Khajiit that happens to be a warrior, you don't have to be stuck just having bonuses and your stealth tree and stuff like that, or your stealth skill progression, all that, which is neat. So maybe I'll look through a couple presets. I don't really care about the presets. Just start changing it. I kind of like that. I like the darker color. I think that's kind of cool. Rip Manly. The most powerful Wood Elf there's ever been. He wields Wuthrad, the two-handed battle. No, I'm just kidding. No, that's lame. So, there. Da, da, da. Maybe I'll edit this out with 0. Warpaint's cool, actually. I used to always use characters and put Warpaint on because I thought it looked really cool. I'd make a warrior and I'd go all out, make a Nord warrior and have half face paint, or one time I made an Orc warrior and I gave him the skull face, and it was pretty cool. But I don't know, not really digging that one. Raw. Not really digging too many of these. I like how different races have different types of war paint. the Wood Elves and the Altmer and the, you know, the Dark Elves and stuff like that each have their own kind of, their races unique ones. They have the preset ones like all of these, but then they have a few special ones that are kind of unique to them. Nose type. I think I've always found in the game, I don't know if it's just me, but like all the noses, not all of them, but like a majority of them just look odd. Maybe not. Maybe I'm hypercritical. I like that one. Just look angry. That's kind of funny. I like it. Too wide, actually. There we go. I'll do that one. Jaw width. Blah blah blah. Cheek on high. That looks fine. Oh, something kind of funny. When I first played Skyrim, I had a playthrough where I did a Breton, and that was like my first one. I did a Breton like wizard. It was super cool. But the accident I did was I was playing on a really crappy TV at the time, so I didn't have great like resolution. So I had a difficult time like seeing what color the eyes were. So while I was picking them, I was like, oh man, it's like roulette. I don't know what I'm getting. Like it's like it's just basically completely random. So I picked a random one that I thought looked all right, and it ended up being the black one. And I was disappointed like thoroughly throughout the rest of the game because I ended up getting an HD TV and I noticed it was black and it just killed my character. Like I would see his face and just be like, black eyes? That's just weird. It was like just too much. I'll just do that one. That was cool. Eyebrows. Not too hypercritical of the eyebrows. It could be whatever. Just do that one. That was kind of. I'll do like that one. That one's fine. Yeah, I don't need to worry about the brow width. I don't really care too much about that. A little lower. It looks a little high, I guess. I don't know. It's fine. Cool. That was pretty cool. I like that hairstyle. I'll do the ponytail. Do the samurai tail. Give him a little hair. Little facial hair. Maybe. He's elven. I like also like that about the game is that elves can't get the full beards. Like they can get this, which is a beard obviously, and you know the longer beard type things, but they don't get like the Nord and Orc and Redguard full beards where it's like, you know, 8 inches, 10 inches long, which I thought was kind of neat because in Dungeons and Dragons, old RPG tabletop, I don't really play it, but I remember reading some of the books and they talked about the elves and stuff and how elves like didn't grow facial hair literally. So I kind of like that kind of lore base that they don't really do that often. Kind of a human trait, I guess, to have facial hair, but should I add like something like that? That was kind of cool. I don't really know what color I want it to be. Gray. He's an old man. Or white, straight white. Kind of counteracts the skin color. Do the red. I kind of like the red. And as for a name, let's just do Coltron. Not very creative.
Not many wood elves would choose to come alone to Skyrim. Captain, what should we do? He's not on the list.
Forget the list. He goes to the block.
I always thought that part was kind of ridiculous. How they're like, hey, wait a second, who is this guy? Oh, just cut his head off. Who cares? No one's gonna miss him. Like, no matter who you are, even if you're a Nord, you're like, oh, Come on, guys, cut me some slack. No, no, you're going to the block, man. You're going to the block.
Ulfric Stormcloak. Some here in Helgen call you a hero, but a hero doesn't use a power like the voice to murder his king and usurp his throne. You started this war, plunged Skyrim into chaos, and now the Empire is going to put you down and restore the peace.
Character-wise, I actually really like both Ulfric Stormcloak and General Tullius.
Carry on.
I think they're both pretty cool characters.
Give them their last rites.
I like the way they've just made Tullius like a military general, and he's very smart, and you know he obviously is very clever because he captured Ulfric Stormcloak already.
As you wish.
And Ulfric's cool too in his own way. I really like Ulfric's like spirit. Misguided though it may be, I guess it's debatable, but I mean, I like how he's not necessarily just like sitting down and waiting for things to happen around him. He's trying to do something. Oh, and that just reminded me of a mod that I need to have downloaded on Zero's computer. His head being cut off, I really like the blood texture enhancement mod, I think it's called. Forget who it's by. But it basically, if you haven't used it, or maybe you have before, but if you haven't used it, it adds better blood textures. And also, like, when you cut someone's head off, blood will spill out and, like, form a little, kind of like a puddle on the ground. It looks really awesome. Like, you'd be surprised how much it changes the effects that you do when you just hit someone with a sword and there's blood on the wall from hitting them because you hit them real deep. Or you cut off their head and they just pile of blood around them. It's gruesome and awesome. And the game is seriously lacking without it.
What in oblivion is that?
Sentries. What do you see?
Perfect timing for Alduin, of course. I don't remember. I know you can get the shout later on that does the call storm, but I don't think it. I don't remember. I don't think I got all 3 parts of the shout ever, but I don't remember if at the 3rd part it calls like fireballs. That'd be cool if it did, but I don't know if it does, which is kind of, you know, kind of lame if it doesn't. Or not lame, but I guess it would be really cool. Then again, it kind of makes sense, because if you look up at the sky, it more opens like a portal that the fireballs fall through when Alduin himself does it. So I guess it makes sense if not just any dragon could do that, or in my case, the Dragonborn. Come on, fucking Raylock. And a seriously unfortunate guy right there. Seriously unfortunate man. Didn't see it coming, just trying to move some rocks and Q Alduin, and I don't even know where he went. Apparently he got blasted. He's just gone. He's just gone. Oh.
You need to get over him now. Got it, boy. You're doing great. Toro! Everyone get down. Still alive, prisoner?
Just love the graphics in this game. It's just ridiculous.
Gunnar, take care of the boy. I have to find General Tullius and join the defense. God's guide you, Hadvar.
They're crouched. It's a dragon attacking from the sky, so they crouch.
Stay close to the wall.
I guess they're getting cover, but still.
Quickly, follow me.
Following you, and you're taking it forever. Oh god. Oh god. That'd be a horrible way to die. While I'm making this video, I die by dragon's fire. Before even making it to a part where I can do something. I'd rather not.
Damn traitor! Out of my way!
We're escaping, Hadvar. us this time. Fine.
I'm gonna say, to decide which one to go with, I'm gonna say my character doesn't necessarily care for either, but I'm just gonna say he goes with the Stormcloaks because they didn't just try to cut his head off, and maybe he's a little spiteful for that. So now we're about to enter the actual first dungeon, the tutorial dungeon. Funny thing, Elder Scrolls series, Morrowind was the only actual version of the game that didn't have a tutorial dungeon, from Arena, Daggerfall, Morrowind, Oblivion, obviously, and Skyrim, obviously. But Morrowind was actually the only one that didn't. Just had a small opening where you go out, pick your character, walk out, and then you enter the world.
We'll meet again.
Which,
brother.
I don't know. I don't necessarily think it's a big loss, but
Looks like we're the only ones.
again, like I said, I like how they add story in the tutorial part. I like how in this I'm learning a little bit about characters and running around, and obviously for people who aren't necessarily familiar with the basic mechanics of an RPG. I don't know. I don't really think it's that difficult. I think anybody could pretty much figure out how to press a button to swing a sword and press a button to fire a spell, but
Those vines aren't going to cut themselves. There you
yeah,
go.
whatever.
You may as well take Gunyor's gear. He won't be needing it anymore.
Oh, so certainly not. So drop that. Just put on what I'm given.
All right. Get that armor on, and give that axe a few swings.
Look at my character a
I'm
little
going to
bit.
see if I can
I
find
like the
some way
lighting,
out
and
of here.
I forget what mod Zero has installed.
Let's see about that gate.
Eyes are really close together. But I like the lighting mod that Zero has installed. It's kind of awesome. I don't know. I don't really. I feel like that's a very yellow light, or like an orange light, I guess. I don't necessarily know how. I don't think that's a bad thing. Maybe I think it's a little more realistic. Kind of a orangish candle, but the fire wouldn't necessarily be orange. Whatever though. It's cool. I like the light.
That's your best, huh?
That's it? That's all you got?
And first kill cam. Boom. First kill cam. Imperial Soldier. You done.
Let's have the key. Let's see.
I'll take the officer's helmet because that's my thing. I need my trophies. My trophies, as the cool kids call them. I don't think anyone calls them that actually, but I'll just pretend people do. And actually, here we are. Found the key. Go open the door. I think this is a good stopping point for the first video. A little introduction, kind of a little insight on how it's going to be. Hopefully, I'll refine it and have an idea of what my character is going to be like for the next one. So then it'll be a little bit more planned rather than just coming up with ideas and talking about random things around here. But I'm on my way. Just calm down. Cool your horses, okay? Just calm down. So yeah. So there's my first video. Hope you guys liked it. Hope you stay tuned. Or for those of you who won't watch this video, hope you end up watching the series eventually. Thanks for watching, Coltron.
Let's go.
Thank you.